Society for Financial Studies. The Society for Financial Studies, SFS, is a non-profit, academic society in the field of finance. It owns and runs 3 academic journals: 1. The Review of Financial Studies, 2. The Review of Asset Pricing Studies, and 3. The Review of Corporate Finance Studies. It organizes the Sfs Cavalcade North America and the Sfs Cavalcade Asia Pacific, which are annual academic conferences. It financially supports and co-sponsors many independent finance academic conferences. Its governing board is the Sfs Council. History. The Society for Financial Studies was incorporated as a non-profit corporation in California in 1987. Its initial purpose was to own and run a new academic journal, which was called the Review of Financial Studies, RFS. The founding officers of SFS were Joseph Williams, President, George Constantinidis, Vice President, and Mark Weinstein, Secretary/Treasurer. The founding editor of the Review of Financial Studies was Michael Brennan. The founding publisher was Oxford University Press, which has continued to publish RFS up to the present day. Academic journals. Review of Financial Studies. The Review of Financial Studies is an academic journal that covers the field of finance. It began publication in 1988 with 18 regular research articles spread out over 4 quarterly issues. In 2019, it published 123 regular research articles spread out over 12 monthly issues. According to Journal Citation Reports, it has a 2019 citation impact factor of 4.975. It is one of the top 3 academic journals in finance, along with the Journal of Finance, ISSN 1546261, and the Journal of Financial Economics, ISSN 0304405X. Its past issues are archived by JSTOR. The current editorial team is Itai Goldstein, Executive Editor, Lauren Cohen, Ralph Koijen, Holger Mueller, Manju Puri, Philip Strahan, and Stein van Nieuwenburg. Review of Asset Pricing Studies. The Review of Asset Pricing Studies is an academic journal that covers the finance subfield of asset pricing. It began publication in 2011. It is published by Oxford University Press. In 2019, it published 10 articles in 2 issues. It has an unofficial citation impact factor of 1.063 based on the same methodology as Journal Citation Reports. The current editorial team is Jeffrey Pontiff, Executive Editor, Hui Chen, Nikolai Rusanov, and Thierry Foucault. Review of Corporate Finance Studies. The Review of Corporate Finance Studies is an academic journal that covers the finance subfield of corporate finance. It began publication in 2012. It is published by Oxford University Press. In 2019, it published 11 articles in 2 issues. It has an unofficial citation impact factor of 1.938 based on the same methodology as Journal Citation Reports. The current editorial team is Andrew Elul, Executive Editor, Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant Herald, Gregor Matvos, and Uday Rajan. Conferences. Sfs Cavalcade North America. The Sfs Cavalcade North America is an annual academic conference held in North America covering the field of finance. The inaugural Cavalcade in 2011 was hosted by the Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan with a program that contained 42 papers. The 2019 Cavalcade North America was hosted by the Tepper School of Business at Carnegie Mellon University with a program that contained 135 papers. The conference chairs were Antoinette Shaw, Chair, Monica Piazzasi, Vice Chair, Ulrika Malmendier, Associate Chair, and Joseph Zechner, SFS Advisory Chair. According to a comparison of 45 academic finance conferences by Reinartz and Urban, 2017, the Society for Financial Studies, SFS, Finance Cavalcade Conference is the best large finance conference according to subsequent publication rates in top 3 finance journals. The 2020 Cavalcade North America will be hosted by the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and the 2021 Cavalcade North America will be hosted by the Makeover School of Business at the University of Texas at Austin. Sfs Cavalcade Asia Pacific. The Sfs Cavalcade Asia Pacific is an annual academic conference to be held in Asia Pacific covering the field of finance. The inaugural Cavalcade Asia Pacific in 2017 was hosted by PBC School of Finance at Tsinghua University in Beijing, China. The 2019 Cavalcade Asia Pacific was hosted by the University of Hong Kong in Hong Kong, China, with a program that contained 60 papers. The conference chairs were Kalak Chan, Chair, and Junku Kang, Vice Chair. Council and Member Communications. The Sfs Council is the governing board of Sfs. It includes 3 Sfs officers, a council chair, and several councillors. The Sfs officers are Laura Starks, President, Joseph Zechner, Vice President, and Craig Holden, Secretary/Treasurer. The council chair is Raman Upal. The councillors are Annie Adams, Alon Brav, Alaudin Hamid, Kylie, Tarun Ramador I, and Karen Thorburn. Sfs holds an annual membership meeting each year at the Sfs Cavalcade North America. At that meeting, the Sfs officers, Sfs Journal executive editors, and the Sfs Cavalcade chair report on Sfs activities to the membership.